It's been a dramatic first 100 days in office for President Donald Trump. No matter who you voted for, you have to admit one thing: it's been an incredible hang on to the edge of your seat last few months. If you're like most other investors we've talked with, you have some concern about the unknowns. What will the next months bring? What will happen to the economy, healthcare, and even the global financial systems? Yes, there is much to be concerned with no matter what your political beliefs. One thing is for sure, change is coming, and not everyone has the same opinion as to what the right type of change is. There will be concerned individuals on both sides of the aisle. There will be those who aim to exploit the situation for political gain, and of course, there'll be situations in which the markets will react wildly. Are you ready for it? Let's take a look at what's happened just recently. Over the last several months, we've seen a significant change from a variety of angles. If you've kept up with the news, you know there are some very intense situations playing out in Washington, D.C. and throughout the world. Trump and Russia. Here's one of the most perplexing concerns our country is facing today. There are ongoing investigations by the FBI and CIA into what type of role the Russian government played in the election of Donald Trump to the presidency. Could the Russians have influenced the decisions of the American public in some way? There are claims that the Russians have pressured Trump into making key decisions. A recent report even noted that the Russians, Mr. Putin specifically, have taken steps to encourage a Trump presidency in the hopes of creating so much strife within the American political system that it weakens the country as a world power. Let's put aside the Russians for the moment because, quite frankly, we don't have all the details yet. Have you followed what happened in Congress recently regarding the proposed health care law? Many Americans believe the Affordable Care Act, more commonly known as Obamacare, has created financial hardship among business owners and has limited access to affordable care to millions of Americans. The Republican-led Congress took numerous steps to craft a new version of this health care law. It was one of the most talked about healthcare initiatives to date. Many Americans were worried that they would lose their health insurance. Others were concerned that the new bill would make significant changes to Medicare and Medicaid, limiting their access to the care they needed to have. The risks were many, the details were few. And then, everything went even more wrong. The Republicans failed to get the bill on the floor of Congress for a vote. They worried they just didn't have enough votes for a win. So they pulled the bill. It never received a vote. Why is that worse than voting on a bill that would create so much change? It signals clearly that even though the Republicans have a stronghold in Congress, there's still an incredible dysfunction there. Even with everyone under the same Republican banner, there's limited ability for laws to be passed. That signals major dysfunction within the legislative branch of our government. Again, let's not make this political, but just look at the facts. Americans have no idea what's coming next. No matter where you stand, there's risk and worry. And to further make the point, there's continued uncertainty in what President Trump really has on his legislative agenda. Changes to environmental protections, immigration, and so much more. The Federal Reserve Bank of the United States has even stated that there's significant uncertainty about what's coming up next under this administration. All of this uncertainty plays a role in the health of the economy. It also directly impacts the way your investment portfolio will play out over the next months and years. Are you worried? Of course you are. But you can hedge against this worry by simply investing in gold. Precious metals like gold do not experience the volatility that stocks do during times like these. In fact, gold tends to do very well when there's so much uncertainty present. Let's be frank, there's no way to know what's coming next for the American economy or politics. It's times like these that gold provides security and protection from the up and down movements of the stock market. For anyone who's looking for a way to ride out the financial storm that's playing out in front of us, and we're only in the first 100 days of Trump's presidency, gold is a tool to consider. Globally respected, with a proven financial history of growth and value, gold offers the peace of mind that many of today's investors Simply neat. Can you really afford to allow your portfolio to fluctuate so rapidly right now? Of course not. Today, investing in precious metals makes solid financial sense. It's the one true solution for minimizing risk during incredibly challenging times like these. And no one knows precious metals investing like the account executives at Nationwide Coin and Bullion Reserve. Call Nationwide Coins now or simply click the Buy Now tab at the top of your screen to start investing today.